He said why?
In fact, I'm not so sure
Talking
Lenny's not the
people over
oldest.
60, Mr. Fryman.
Lenny's probably the oldest.
He is the
I'm
oldest.
not.
Okay. Okay, welcome everyone. First thing I want to do is, for those of you listening out in the audience, when it comes time, at 6:30 tonight, we'll have a hard stop for the Okra storm drainage public hearing. That was on the storm drainage the grant we had received on the Dowdy Road project.
Yep.
So we've got a public hearing at 6:30. But then also for comments from the audience, we want to give folks a phone number to call in on. And I'll mention this now, and then I'll mention it before each of those times too, so in case you need to write it down again for those of you listening. But the phone number to call in on is 812-496-3341. Once again, 812-496-3341. And if they ask you for an ID code, it is 695529. Once again, ID code would be 695529. And like I said, what we're going to do is I'll make that announcement before the 6:30 session for the public hearing, and I also make that for the comments for the audience. Okay. So what I'd like to do is call to order the Board of Works meeting for January 11th, 2021. Could I get a roll call, please, Mr. Fatty?
Yes, Board Member Tony Abbott.
Here.
Board Member Tommy Roulette.
Present.
City Attorney Dale Weldon.
Here.
President Kelly Milan.
Here.
And myself.
Okay, I have no announcements for Board Works, guys, unless you two do.
I have nothing, Mayor.
If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
So move.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion will carry. And then under new business, Ms. Felix, we got a couple of items for you. Revised employee handbook.
Yeah, thank you, Mayor. In your packets, you'll see a copy of the new revised employee handbook. The last time we made any revisions to this was back in 2017. There's been a few changes, which might include like a few new policies, such as the employee badge policy, anything that's been added since, policies that's been created since 2017. And plus, there's been some removal of language that is already addressed in the CBA and also in the medical plan documents. And I'd like to request the board's approval for the handbook.
The only thing I would ask is, we had conversation today about there was some misspelling of one word, and you were taking out something at the end of that, which you have done, correct?
Yes, yes.
And that would
I
be
made-
updated in the new one.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
I made those corrections already.
And these changes came in result of the CBA talks. Some of them came in spite of the CBA talks and negotiations. So this will again have to be given to the union body as well then.
Correct, yeah.
Okay. Any other questions?
I have none.
If none, I'll entertain a motion to approve the employee handbook.
So move.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And then we've got the IT manager contract, and before we get into that, this is the gentleman, Bryson Walkie.
Yes,
We'll be starting tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock with orientation all day tomorrow, so you may want to give him a day or two if you're in here to stop by and say hi, but this is the contract approval that we need from you guys.
yes, that's exactly it. In front of you is the contract for Bryson Walkie for the position of IT manager. And I wanted to request the board's approval for his hire and for the contract.
And clarifications?
questions?
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I have no questions. I'll go ahead and make the motion to approve this contract.
Okay, clarification, no, it's a one-year contract. like all the contracts we have, so, just so you guys know.
I'll second that motion, Mayor.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Great,
That's one
thank
big
you.
step to getting this done.
Yes. Okay, a couple things on my agenda. Is one, the union ratified the contract. And what I need to do, and you guys have had a copy of this, looked at it, questions that I need to answer.
You and I had spoke earlier today, Mayor, and I just want to make sure that when we do print this, that there is clarification on Article 7 on the retirement, number 1, letter B. So it's that is where it shows the money's put into the retirement.
Hold on a second. Let me find it here.
So there's no confusion in when someone says, well, I thought I was getting this, but there is their contribution, correct, and then the city's contribution as well.
Yes.
So,
No, and the total comes to $6.35.
correct,
Yeah.
right.
Yes. Yes. No, there will be no, that'll be the way it's written.
So it's more clear to them, they understand that.
Oh, okay.
That's all I'm saying. Some may look at that and say, oh, well, there's what they're paying, but yet I'm putting in. Does that make sense?
But that was,
Misconstrued it.
but what happened was it was cleared up during the negotiation
Okay.
because it'll be just one check now rather than a piece coming there and a
Correct.
piece coming from us, if I explained that right. Okay, so it'll be just one check,
And the other
one
one
to
would,
the IAM.
and the other one would be Article 8, and that would be the PTO.
Yes.
That was number 1, letter B, and that was the firefighter hours. There was the discrepancy in that you and I had spoke of.
Yes.
As long as that's clarified as well in the printing of the new CBA.
Yeah, well, we haven't made any decisions on that yet.
Right.
Made a call to the labor representative we had, and we're talking to him, and then we'll have to go back to the union to get the clarification if it's, whatever's done to that.
Okay.
And then we'll bring it back to you guys.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But as of right now, we're gonna approve as written here, and then any changes will be made, it has to be made both by the union and by
Correct.
by us as well. So, any other questions? Good questions.
I have no more.
I entertain a motion then to approve the CBA ratification.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, what I'm asking for tonight is we want to post a job vacancy per negotiations. This is for clerk treasurer junior accountant. Jenny would be posting that this week at some point. It'll go through the normal posting procedures we have here in the city, and then be taken down and awarded. Correct?
Yes.
So that's what we're asking for tonight, is to post this job internally.
I'll make a motion that we do so, Mayor.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay. Thank you, guys. I have no old business. You guys got anything under Board of Works for old business?
I have nothing.
If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the claims.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, thank you, guys. All right, I'd like to open up the City of Lawrenceburg Parks and Recreation Committee agenda, or meeting for January 11th, 2021. With a roll call, please. Thanks, Jenny.
Board Member Tony Abbott.
Here.
Board Member Justin Nobbert.
Yes, sir.
Board Member Tommy Roulette.
Present.
Board Member Lenny Fryman.
Here.
Board Member Brett Bondurant.
Yes, sir.
City Attorney Dale Weldon.
Here.
President Kelly Malone.
Here.
And myself.
Okay, announcements for parks and playgrounds, or recreation.
I did see they got it gated off over there, Art Street. so let's look at moving things around.
Yes, we are, I believe Aurora is voting on something tonight on funding to do the demo, if I'm not mistaken. So we're supposed to have an answer from them tomorrow morning. We expect a positive answer, and then that'll happen. I talked to Mario today. He's in talks with Jeff Branham, I believe is his name, from our, he's the rep from the equipment company, and everything's been ordered and it's on schedule. Hopefully, everything goes well. You know, weather cooperates. They're shooting for May 1st or before. That's the hope. It's gonna be really nice, though.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but that's good compliment there, Justin. The other thing is, I'll just let everybody know that, you know, you guys are having a meeting tomorrow for the, talk about the first round for the community center director's position. So I wish you all the luck in that, and I know it's gonna be a tough decision. I heard we have 75 plus applicants. So it's a great opportunity for the right person. So good luck with that, guys. Okay, no other announcements? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Any new business? I have no new business or old business for this committee or this meeting tonight. Anybody got anything? By the next, well, not next meeting's next week, but by February's meeting, we should have some update on the playground and stuff like that too. If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right, I'd like to open up tonight the City of Lawrenceburg Common Council meeting for January 11th, 2021. If we could all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, Mr. Fetty, can I get a roll call, please?
Sure can. Councilperson Tony Abbott.
Here.
Councilperson Justin Noppert.
Yes, sir.
Councilperson Tommy Roulette.
Present.
Councilperson Lenny Fryman.
Here.
Councilperson Brett Bondurant.
Yes, sir.
We got City Attorney Dale Wilton.
Here.
Mayor Kelly Malone.
Here.
And myself.
Okay,
New Year.
announcements. So,
Happy New Year.
oh, Happy New Year.
This is
That is right.
2021.
Everybody's glad to see 2020 in the rearview mirror. That's for sure. All right, announcements, board reports, streets, alleys, and curbs for the downtown area. Mr. Abbott?
All good.
Okay, sir. Streets, alleys, and curbs for the Ludlow Hill area. Mr. Fryman?
Looks good.
Have you been cleaning your streets?
I've been trying. No, it's been
Tony
doing
does
good.
ours down here, don't you? All right. Finance, Mr. Bondurant.
Nothing to report, Mayor.
Parks and Playgrounds, Mr. Noppert.
Looking forward to it warming up so we can use them again.
No kidding. Everybody's looking forward to that now, aren't they? Fire Department, Tom Roulette.
Nothing to report, Mayor.
And I believe Mr. Chief Tremaine sent his report.
Correct.
So you guys seen that. Okay, I got a couple of announcements, if you don't mind. Number one, you guys got an executive session tomorrow on the community center director's position. So that's at 4 p.m. here in council chambers. Our next meeting will not be next Monday. It'll be next Tuesday due to it's Martin Luther King Day, and the city has that as their holiday, and so we'll be meeting next Tuesday. What I want to make you aware of is we have an executive session, I believe, at 5 o'clock, and then our regular meeting at 6 here in council chambers. The one thing I want to talk a little bit about, I've seen some things on people made me aware of things on Facebook about, the meetings not being open to the public and things like that. The reason we had done that, if you guys remember, is when we went to the red status, I believe, in the county. Is that the way we want to keep this, our gauge, so to speak, of when to open it back up? I'm open to discussion on it, but I think that's what the majority of the places are doing.
I think that's pretty good litmus to how things are going in the area. I mean, we kind of go by our local Department of Health.
Well, I don't want people to think that they don't have a chance to say or call. We're going to use this call-in number. One other thing I'm going to have is I'm going to have Guinevere post the link to the meeting every morning after the meeting, whatever day it might fall on, whatever open meeting falls on, and it'll be on the city's Facebook page for people to go out and get onto too. I mean, the intent is we want people to hear what we're doing.
Yeah,
We do.
absolutely.
It's positive.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that we'll be out of the red here pretty soon, because we are dropping down, so maybe it'll be out quick.
Well, I hope you're right, Tony.
Yeah.
That's what initially switched us from open to closed, right? Was
Yes.
the red
Yes.
back in last year.
Yeah.
Back,
I think we
so we
went from.
stick with it then till it moves out of the red, you know.
If you guys, it sounds like you're pretty much all in favor of doing that. So I'll just make that announcement that we're going to stick to the same virtual meetings until we get out of the red status at the county level by the health department. Okay.
Now, Mayor, would we wait till the next meeting to change that, or like say, Thursday of this week it changes? Does that mean?
No, I think
So you think
we'll
wait
wait
till the next meeting to change?
Good,
Okay.
good point, Mark.
You know what I'm saying? I just want to
Yeah, if they happen to
clarify that.
change it this Thursday, next Tuesday's meeting will still be virtual, and then we will make the announcement because we got to make preparations here in the
Right.
chambers, because right now it's full of debris and things like that we've used for.
By that.
Yeah,
Can we-
good point.
Can
Really
we
good
put the
point.
call-in number on the link, the call-in number and the ID on the link that we would send out, or any way to post that if they log into the meeting, that they would see the call-in number? So I know
It's actually on the live stream as we're talking too.
the call-in number
Yeah.
is on it? Okay, good.
John Johnson made me aware of that. It's also in the text of when you scroll down in the text of the video, where you can click on the video. I believe it's in the text
Great.
piece of it
Great.
too. So we're trying to get it out there.
Yeah. Call in if you want to talk.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear from you. Love to hear from the public.
They'll have the same opportunities as if they were sitting right here in the council chambers.
Great.
That phone number will never change, right?
We hope not. No.
I mean,
No,
every
that's-
week it's gonna be the same?
This will be the same. That's one we're going to post and keep. Yes. Good point.
Is that your personal number, Lenny?
It is.
Yeah.
So don't call it unless we're in a council meeting.
I turn my phone off for my buddies can't do that.
Yeah. You guys, anybody additional announcements from you guys?
No.
If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes from the previous meeting.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. There wasn't any meetings other than that previous meeting, was there, Mark? I didn't.
No, you got it.
I didn't see any in my packet, but, okay. All right, committee reports, you got the report on the fire department. I can tell you that I know police and EMS have been very busy. I've talked to both Chief Snyder and Director Clark. Actually extremely busy, a lot of strange things going on around the area. So keep them in your prayers every night that they able to go home safe at the end of their shift.
And I look forward to having those guys once we do open back up.
Oh,
I'd love
I do too.
I'd love to hear from them and just hear how they're doing, how things are going.
And I think what you're going, yeah, I would too. And if you guys have a request for any one of them to come to like the next meeting or something, we can make that happen as well.
Okay.
I just didn't want to require another 5 or 6 people here that didn't need to be here.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Mayor, and if I may add to that, I would encourage you all, if you have the time and want to talk to them, just give them a call. I've done it myself, and they will take the time to talk to you.
Yeah, they're awesome about that.
Yeah.
They really are.
Yep.
the one thing that, and we'll move on, but about this community is community involvement from our public safety has always been very, very good. And it's really good at present time. They're willing to do whatever
Yeah.
to get out there into the community, so.
Top notch.
And I know Chief Snyder's got some things planned for the warm months for his officers to be even more engaged in the community, so things like that, so. All right, new business, okay, one of the first things we gotta do is, set up our year, right? There's a bunch of appointments, and I'm gonna go through some things. I'm assuming a lot of the appointments for you guys will stay the same. A lot of my appointments are staying the same. But the first thing that I would like to talk about is, as council, you gotta vote on a president, a council president. Currently, it's Mr. Abbott. And so right now, I'd open the council president open for nominations.
Me, myself, I would,
How do you feel about that position? Would you like to pass on
It's fine. Be fine. You just sign.
anyone else interested in?
are you saying you don't want it now?
No, I said I'll do it. You just sign your name more. That's all it is. Mr. Milan,
I give them your phone number after they call me.
Mr. Milan won't miss no meetings. He's afraid there might be a coup.
Good point.
But no one on the
That's a
council?
good point.
No, I mean, Tony's done a good job at it, and I think one of the reasons we probably all nominated him the first time is just like he's seasoned, he's been here, he came along with the mayor, for better or worse, but
Thanks, Justin.
but he's done a good job.
How do we take that? Compliment, I think.
Okay, I'm taking it that way.
So there, that's a compliment. That's a compliment. But yeah, I'm not opposed to leaving that. I think we had to talk about all of them, but I think
Well, thank you.
I'd nominate Tony to remain as president.
Okay,
I'd move to nominate him to remain as president.
okay. Got a second?
I'll second that.
Okay, the motion on the floor is to retain Councilman Abbott as the president of the council for year 2021. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Board of Works, my appointees will remain Mr. Abbott and Mr. Roulette for 2021. City Attorney, my appointee will remain Mr. Del Weldon. Redevelopment Commission, I have, let me see, I have 3 appointments, which is Mr. Kevin Schaefer, Mr. Brian Johnson, and Miss Sarah Jordan. And then also, I would retain Brian Messmore as the director of that. Now, you guys have 2 council appointees. Currently, it's Lenny Fryman and Mr. Richardson. Any desire to change that, or do you have?
Is there somebody else who'd like to be on that board?
That's the only thing I'd kind of thought is if there are other people that would want to be a part of that board that maybe as council we have a revolving kind of door of just people getting that experience in that. I was at the meeting with the mayor today. I don't feel necessary myself needs to be on it because I have a lot of involvement with them just on the kind of sidelines, try to keep up with stuff. But if one of you other guys has interest, I think it'd be cool to kind of revolve that. And also the perspective of getting different perspectives from us and our viewpoints on that redevelopment, which, as if you guys were here earlier, there's a lot going on and there's a lot of opportunity, I believe, in this coming year and the coming years for this redevelopment to really move some things forward.
I made that comment at their meeting tonight when it was comment time. I said the same thing. I mean, I think they did a really nice job in 2020. I think the whole city stepped up in 2020 based upon what we all had to sort of learn from, I guess. But I think, in spite of that, 2021 looks, from a redevelopment and economic development, all I'm talking about is little old Lawrenceburg's perspective, it looks pretty strong.
There's some opportunities, yeah.
And I think we have some opportunities. So, so what I'm hearing is you may want to change the council person of it this year?
Well, As far as I'm concerned, Mr. Fryman really puts his heart into it. I mean, he's there, he's for every meeting, he's retired, he has the time to do it. So I don't have a problem keeping Mr. Fryman.
I don't
And
either,
that's
as long
not to
as
say that our other
you're still interested in
Our
staying
other
on
member,
redevelopment.
he does a great, fantastic
Yeah,
job
he
too,
does,
but
no.
if there's somebody else interested in sitting on that board, I don't see nobody jumping up and volunteering.
Well, like I said,
guess
this is
there's
your
a lot of
appointment.
responsibility.
Yeah, this is our appointment, so if somebody else is interested.
Yeah.
Because,
Well, what I'll do then is I'll open it up to nominations. 2 people. What 2 people? And then we can vote on them separately, or,
Well, Mayor, if I may, for the council's appointee, I would like to stay with Mr. Richardson,
okay,
if everyone else is good with that.
okay, let's take his then. Any other people?
As long as Lenny, still has interest in staying on it, I'm fine with keeping Mr. Fryman there as well.
Thank you, yeah, I'm fine.
I'd say we,
It's up to you guys if you want me on there or not.
The only way I would feel going is if you wanted out.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I asked.
If you don't want out and you
Yeah.
want to continue, I have no problem with that.
No, I'm good. I'm having getting my feet wet, up to my elbows. Well,
Got
to
them
my
wet in
knees now.
2020, let's start drying them off.
We just want to do good for the city and watch the city prosper. That's what it's about.
We'll keep a close eye on you too.
You guys have been, I'm sure of that.
so we just want to make a motion to keep our
Yeah.
appointments the same.
Yeah.
So, okay, then the motion on the floor would be to retain Councilman Fryman and Mr. Richardson as your appointees to the redevelopment commission.
I'll make that motion.
Second,
I'll second it.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I want to thank you guys for having confidence in me to keep me on there.
Well, we know you're gonna put your heart and soul in it. We've seen that over this past year. You're gonna, not short on that for
A lot
sure.
to me.
Okay, I'll try to get through this before 6:30, before we got to pause, but Advisory Plan Commission, my appointees are Mr. Dylan Little, Mr. Derry Hutcherson, Mr. Jim Crook, and Mr. Owen Cross. Common Council's has got Brett Bondurant, Lenny Fryman, Tony Abbott. Any changes for you guys?
Does the APC have to be 7?
Yes.
Okay. And then the BZA's 7 or
No, the BZA
5.
is 5.
5? Okay.
We'll get to that one next, I believe, but yeah.
Again, if everyone's comfortable
Yeah.
in their position,
I was gonna say the same thing. I'm good staying on APC.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so we'll keep I would entertain a motion to keep the appointees from council the same for the Advisory Plan Commission. Can I get a
Yeah.
motion?
I'll second.
Can I get the motion?
I'll move. Yeah. He
Roulette.
did.
Mr. Roulette motioned it.
Oh, Mr. Roulette, okay, second it by
Yeah.
Justin. All in favor?
it would be
Aye.
fair for the other 3 to do that.
Yeah.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Anything for you, Mayor?
Okay, BZA, I did get notification from Miss Connie Myers towards the end of the year that she wanted to resign this year. I know she's watching a grandson play ball a lot, and her granddaughter, I think now, is at that age. So I talked to her and thanked her for her service and things. I reached out, and that was one of my appointments. I reached out. It needed to be a member of the must be a member of the Planning Commission. So I reached out to Mr. Jim Crook, and he's going to accept that. So what I would like to do tonight is my appointees will be Mr. Jim Crook, Mr. Scott McLean, and Mr. Bobby Mills. The Planning Commission appoints the citizen member was Brett Bondurant, I believe.
Yeah.
And then Common Council appointed Justin Noppert. Any changes in either of those?
Again, if they're good with the positions, I'll make the motion that we retain those 2.
Okay, we'll have to get the Planning Commission appointee done at their meeting,
Yes, sir.
so we won't be able to approve that one tonight. That has to come from the Planning Commission, but, okay, so Common Council is, the motion on the floor is to retain Councilman Noppert as your appointee to the BZA. Got a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Historic Commission, I make those appointees as Mario Todd, Dick Martin, Susan McLean as voting members. I just want to get that in the record.
Yeah. That's all you have to do.
All right.
Hey, could we talk about APC and BZA? And I don't know what, in regards to the ordinance, there's a lot of redundancy. And it's, I understand kind of why it was set up that way, but I'm just wondering if there's some, cleaning up a little bit with that.
Are you talking about members?
No, redundancy with how the process works. And I know Mr. Johnson's gonna be kind of navigating a little bit of that since Mr. Clark is gone. But currently, I mean, it's the exact same meeting twice in a row, and it might be in Indiana code.
I don't know that. I don't know that, but obviously it's something that maybe if you came to one of those, or during one of those meetings, we brought that up. I think it would be a good topic for discussion because I'm not as involved with those two.
As far as I know,
I
it's
can't
by code. I mean, if you come to planning commission and it's within our code, then planning commission can pass it. If it's not within the code, then it's forwarded to BZA, and BZA has to pass it. So I don't know.
For
if
like a
there's any
variance or
redundancy
something?
there. Yeah, for a variance.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there's any redundancy. It's
Yeah,
just seemed like, because most of them are not within our planning code.
Right. So so to go through two
You gotta
exact
go to
same
planning
meetings,
commission
right?
first and then
right.
the BZA.
That's all I can answer to that
Yeah.
too, Justin.
So,
I don't have
I
any
just
more to share.
I want to bring that up. It just seemed like at a lot of the meetings, because last year I was on both, and it just seemed like the exact same meeting 2 times in a row. So just as far as cleaning things up,
I hear
making
you.
this, a little bit more well-oiled and easier for people to work through things.
Okay.
So,
It's 6:30. For those of you on the phone, what we're going to do now is we're pausing our council meeting at 6:31 for the storm drainage public hearing. And what I'd like to do is offer up that phone number and ID code for the people out there in the listening world. Phone number 812-496-3341. Again, 812-496-3341. ID code is 695529. Once again, ID code is 695529. So we'll give it a couple minutes or so, and if people want to call in about the storm drainage on the public hearing, this is your opportunity.
The, up there on top by Walmart, what we talked about today. Tell them, because they was asking if we own that, I told them, no, we own that thing, so they
I got like half a dozen of them now.
don't wanna bring it up, okay.
Just to let everybody know, the public hearing was just a step that kind of got placed out of order. We've actually already been awarded, so this is just going back and filling out all of our obligations and.
That was due to COVID.
Yeah, just due to COVID. So we're completely compliant. We've done everything we need to do. They allowed us to move the public hearing because of COVID, so we're just kind of catching up, but actually already got approved, which is great.
It was a prerequisite for the grant,
Yeah.
actually, but
So
yeah,
we-
you're right.
But I mean, one of the first things Mayor, wanted to do was to start hitting grants really hard, and it's been unbelievable, what the last group and now this new group has already done in a year with grants and paying for things and improving our city.
Now, so some of them know out there, this is for the shopping center. What's the new name of that shopping center?
Millhouse.
Millhouse Shopping
Millhouse,
Center
yeah.
is for the storm pumps and the gate going into Tanner's Creek being replaced.
We don't want another 1996, right?
That's right.
Or 97.
And
Yes, sir.
those that we have in there now, the pumps we have in there are just antique.
Yeah. Well, I think it's replacement of that valve too, Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, it's 6:34, so we'll close the public hearing. And I'd like to open back up the City of Lawrenceburg Council meeting at 6:34. Okay, the last thing that we need to do in form of establishing our 2021 is come to an agreement on the meeting time, the place, and the frequency for our monthly council meetings. Currently, we use the first and third Mondays of every month, unless it falls on a holiday and it moves to the Tuesday, or unless, you know, there's vacations, we move it. But currently it's scheduled for the first and third Mondays, starting at 6 p.m. in Lawrenceburg Council Chambers at 230 Walnut Street. Any needs to change that? Any questions about that?
I'm good.
If not, I'd entertain a motion to approve a 6 o'clock start for common council meetings on the first and third Mondays of the month here at council chambers.
So moved, Mayor.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next people up on the list is Lawrenceburg Speedway.
It's nice to hear from somebody.
Yeah.
And we didn't even come to ask for anything. Give money away. Thank you.
Thank you.
So every year we come and present council with just kind of a summary of our community giving campaigns at the races, and we also make a donation to the City of Lawrenceburg Donation Committee. So this year, I think a lot of people know, was the 70th anniversary of racing at Lawrenceburg Speedway. Wasn't quite the celebration that we had hoped or planned for, but we survived. We hosted some amazing events and were able to escape without, you know, really any incidents, and, you know, got through all the COVID stuff. So fingers crossed for 2021. We were still able to squeeze in our community giving drives. We hosted 2 food drives, a school supplies drive, pet food and toy drive, as well as our breast cancer awareness event. And all of these donations stayed in Dearborn County at the request of our corporate partnership with Kroger and the Feed the Hungry program. Normally each season we have the community salute, and that's just a lot of special promotional nights that we host to try and get new families to the races. Those got moved around a lot this year, especially because a lot of those promotions are in conjunction with, like, you know, baseball season for Little League or Scouts. So, but for 2021, things that are already in the works in place on the schedule are Scout Night, Youth Sports Night, Servicemen and Women Night, 2 family nights, CDL night at the races, the Pretty in Pink Breast Cancer Awareness Night, and the Dog Days this summer, which is where we do fundraising for the Paws Foundation. And then things that I'm currently working on in the off season are adding a bike night and trying to partner with, like, Quaker Steak and Live to see if they can help us with that. Building up our church group nights, and then incorporating and working with veterans organizations in conjunction with our Servicemen and Women Night at the races. And then something new that kind of, you learn a lot every year, and this year we saw a lot of new faces because we didn't have a lot of competition with church festivals and weddings and camps. And so we met and talked to a lot of families who brought their autistic children to the races, and after talking to some of them, I didn't know this, is that the kids with autism like the vibration of the grandstands and the race cars. And so I talked to one family. I saw them there like 3 weeks in a row. I was like, oh, we got you hooked. And I'm like, really? We really have no idea what's going on. It's not our thing, but Joey loves it. And Joey's autistic. And so that was kind of cool. So we're going to try and reach out to more organizations that concentrate with children with disabilities. And I just got a contact this morning for Joe Nuxall's Dream Field, which they're on my list to contact this week. So lots of new things, lots of things going on. Normally each year we are able to donate tickets to 2,100 organizations in the tri-state area, and totaling over 33,000 vouchers. Obviously that didn't happen this year. I think we were well under 10,000, and that's because a lot of events didn't happen in the tri-state. Normally we're donating to the church festivals and those fundraisers, so hopefully that all gets back to normal this year, because we miss seeing those people. They're first-time fans, and first-time fans help build word of mouth and hopefully bring new fans along the way. So we're looking forward to getting back to a little bit of that this year. And then with all of that, we have our check for the City of Lawrenceburg Donation Committee for $1,300.
Thank you.
So. Any questions? You're welcome.
They're giving the
Yeah.
guy with the money. I
He
don't want
knows,
to
he
touch
knows
it.
which way to go with that. Thanks.
Well, thank
Thanks
you
on
guys.
behalf of the
Yeah, I
city.
think first of all,
Thank you guys.
thank you guys for everything you're doing. I mean, just the rattling off all the different organizations you've been involved with. We appreciate you guys thinking about other people than yourselves. I mean, that's refreshing to see that. So we're grateful that we've been able to be partners with you guys in the past, and we're looking forward to in future as well. So
You know, Dave, in my family, my wife has never handed me a check.
I debated.
That's
I was like, I don't
great.
know if it's going to get from here to
You are
there.
doing something right, big guy.
I didn't know what to do with it.
hey, what's your first scheduled race date?
So opening night is scheduled for April 3rd, which is a national event, USAC. And
Okay.
then the Saturday before that is at March 27th, open practice.
Okay.
So, and we're not anticipating being able to open the season mask-free, so thank God we kept all of our signage.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Okay,
Thank you.
Great,
Thanks
great.
again.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. Okay, I have no old business. You guys? Once again, okay, we're going into the comments of the audience. I want to give out the phone number. If you want to call in, 812-496-3341, ID code 695529, and that's 812-496-3341, ID code 695529. So we'll give it a few seconds and see if anybody calls. Hope I didn't give the wrong phone number.
It's awful cool.
That'd be a good way not to get no,
Some pictures.
nobody call in.
Timberline
Hey,
out
Mark,
there.
call
That
that
looks
I was
awesome.
gonna say,
Been up
somebody will call it to see if it works.
Did you? Man, it looks awesome. Yeah. It's really pretty. It looks like it. It is. That's awesome.
When I called, but I turned mine off, it'd make all kinds of.
Yeah, I'd like to go out there. I got a couple buddies that are not far from there. A couple hours, I think.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a beautiful area.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Okay, well, I'll entertain a motion to approve the claims.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
What happens if you oppose adjourning?
I think we're here all night. We're here all night.
And the
I don't know,
mayor,
but I was kinda
Hey,
disappointed, 'cause
usually
I'm
doesn't
always the
take
one
that
that
long
likes
to
to
get out of
say,
here, huh?
I'm ready to get out of here.